Don't wait to email people until you have your ducks in a row. They want to hear from you now. Don't wait to go and look for a few jobs until you have more time. No, it doesn't have to be perfect. One of the things with my students, my personal finance students, a common thing is, I'm going to wait to invest until I make some money. But ironically, the way you make money is by investing. And so don't wait until all your ducks are in a row. Just start today. It's not going to be perfect. But eventually, when you take that small step, you will come to have more opportunities than you would ever imagine.
Right. And you're big into systems, and you're big into, I know with your investing program, it's, have everything automated. Have it just come out of your account, you won't see it. Right? And we'll talk about that a little bit. One question I want to ask you. So you get out of college, right?
Yeah.
You go to Stanford, great school. And by the way, when he graduated, Steve Jobs did the commencement speech. Has anyone watched Steve Jobs' commencement speech? You have to Google it and you have to watch it. Mandatory. Write that down. It is a phenomenal speech. He was in the audience. I've watched it on YouTube at least 2 or 3 times. It's a phenomenal speech. So Ramit gets out of college and he's offered a job from Google.
Well, first of all, I got rejected from Google the first time I applied.
Okay.
I was like, all right.
You didn't tell me you were rejected.
Yeah,
you just told me you were offered.
No, I got rejected the first time, and then I went back again the next year. I had studied, and I tried to get better, and then I finally got the offer.
And you didn't take it?
I accepted the offer, and they were like, why don't you take some time off? You've been in school for a long time. I was like, I know, I will. And they said, what do you need, like 2 weeks? I was like, I'll see you in 3 months later. So I took a nice break, and during that time, my friend said, hey, I'm starting this company. Why don't you just come and do some stuff? And I started this company with him, online collaboration company, and it took off in just a few months. And so I went back to Google and I tried to be clever. I was like, I need a little bit more time. And they go, what do you need, like a month? I go, how about 2 years? And they were like, see you later. So I decided not to go work at Google and instead went to work for a startup.
And that's a big decision.
Yeah, I mean, to turn down, it was good money, it was a good job, it was a certain future. I knew what my life would look like. Like, I would not worry about money anymore and stuff like that. And instead, that year I made $11,000. I went to eat at Google for free because you used to be able to eat there for free all the time. I would go there 3 times a week because my friends worked there and I didn't want to have to pay for lunch. So, plus the food was really good. So I would go there and I lived, I had a very modest place. And here's my thinking that made me make that decision. I figured, at this point, I'm 21 years old, 21, 22. I don't have a lot of expenses. And I knew that I could always go back to the corporate world. And I knew that if I didn't take this risk now, it would only get harder for me. Because as you get older, you're going to get more expenses, naturally. You're going to want a little bit of a nicer place, maybe some nicer clothes. You're going to get a car. It's just natural. That's the way the world works. So I said, if I don't do it now, when will I ever do it? And I'm so glad I made that decision, although it was terrifying at the time, because, even now, just 10 years later, I would probably say I'm more risk averse now. I got used to those nice shoes, or not these ones, but I think that if it only gets harder to take risks as you get older and older. And so knowing that I could always go back to the corporate world gave me a push to take a little bit more of an entrepreneurial approach.
Gotcha. So I want to move into one of your programs, and it's earning money on the side, right? Yeah. And so we still have a lot of active duty, and I think starting a side, and I talked to some soldiers yesterday, like, I got the side business, and it's doing great, and I'm excited about coming, and so let's talk about that. So I know you did a lot of research on why people want to earn extra money, and then I want to give a working exercise and have you go through the process of coming up with ideas. Because a lot of people are like, I don't know what to do. I'd love to earn extra money. So go ahead.